Hey guys, this is NinjaDog, and today I'm going to show you how I survived Minecraft Hardcore for 100 days. Hardcore Minecraft is easily considered the hardest form of vanilla Minecraft, so I wanted to see if I could survive it for a full 100 days. Full disclosure though, this series was heavily inspired by LukeTheNotable's 1000 Days series, so I'll leave a link to that in the top of the description. What separates my video from his, however, is I've been playing Minecraft for almost 10 full years, so I know a lot more about the game than he did when he was playing his first 1000 days. Also, while his video focuses more on the broader points of the game, I want my video to go more in depth so you, the viewer, has a better chance of making it to day 100. Now that all of the details are out of the way, let's get into day number 1. And so it begins, 100 days of Minecraft Hardcore. And like every other Minecraft world in existence, the first thing I did was start punching trees. I mean, what did you expect? After being satisfied with my tree punching, I quickly began to punch the ground like a lunatic. Food is one of the most important things in hardcore Minecraft, so I figured I might as well build up a big supply of it as soon as possible. While searching for more ground to destroy, I found a ruined portal with some loot, so that was cool, I guess. Also, don't worry about these pigs. They volunteered. Pretty soon I had a good supply of bacon and plenty of seeds to start a farm, so with that out of the way, now it's house building time. I went fairly simple on the design, and it may not look beautiful, but beautiful doesn't keep you alive in hardcore Minecraft. I barely completed the house before night, and while I had wood and wool to make a bed, I decided it was a better use of my time to mine out my basement in my tiny house. And would you look at that? It's morning. Day 2 began with some nice, wholesome wall construction. If you don't want to die in hardcore Minecraft, a wall is an absolutely essential part of your base. Not only does it keep monsters out at night, but it will also provide a good place to set up a farm where friendly mobs won't trample your crops. In the middle of wall construction, however, I got kind of distracted exploring a cave. I went a few blocks into it, mined some iron and coal, and bravely ran away to finish my wall. I then smelted the iron I found and made a bucket to start a farm inside my compound. All night I secured my wall and continued planting wheat. By sunrise the next day, I had a fully functioning wheat farm that will act as a renewable food source once this bacon runs out. Day 3, the first thing I did was run over to the broken portal to grab some netherrack. I'm still not really sure why. The next thing I did was actually productive, however. I finished mining resources out of the cave I had found the previous day, and aside from a few zombies and creepers, it was fairly safe down there. During the night, I smelted my new profits, and by day 4, I had a full set of iron armor and tools. Day 4 was another mining day, but unlike day 3, I actually made a strip mine at diamond level. Yay me! And you know what that means? Another mining montage! After a full 20 minutes of mining, I came back empty-handed, so that was disappointing. Oh well, maybe I'll have better luck next time. At least I can smelt away my sorrows with all this new iron and gold. Day 5, I spent the whole day trying to make a useless water elevator from my mine up to my house. It was a good idea, but the only problem was I didn't know how a water elevator worked, and I refused to Google it out of pride. I did pull off this epic gamer dream play, though, to climb the mine shaft I made, so I guess the day wasn't completely wasted. Day 6, it's back to the mines for me. This time I guarantee I won't come back empty-handed. It was only 2, and I almost got suffocated retrieving them, but it was worth it. You all already know I didn't quit at 2, though. I kept mining until I got another patch of diamonds, and then I headed home. I made a sword and a pickaxe. Most Minecrafters would probably do the same. Day 7, I mined Obsidian. I'm not joking. That's all I did all day. It was fine. Day 8, I began work on my nether portal. First order of business was to expand my wall. I didn't feel like building a new structure to house my nether portal, so I just built this nice looking path to it. It looks okay and it gets the job done. Anyway, once I was done with the wall, I threw down the portal and hopped into the nether. I ran about 10 blocks into it, realized I was unprepared, and went back home. Oh well, maybe some nice farming will take my mind off of things. Later that night, I went back through the portal a little more prepared and built a little safe house to protect it. It could look better, but it gets the job done. I also grabbed some soul sand because I read I needed some to make my water elevator work. All in all, day 8 was a very productive day, and I slept soundly knowing that. Day 9, I spent most of the day fixing my water elevator. The soul sand I gathered up from the nether did just the trick, and before the day was over, I ended up with this satisfying beauty. I could literally do this all day. So, predictably, the rest of the day, my stupid brain took over, and I did just that. This next day I'm calling day 9v2 because I messed up my numbering and I'm too lazy to change it. Day 9v2 began with some morning tree chopping. After I got all the wood chopping out of my system, I then used my brand new mining elevator to quickly go down to my mine. I wanted to get enough diamonds to make an enchantment table, and not even 5 minutes into mining, I found a clump of 6 diamonds. Well, that was lucky. I grabbed some obsidian and made my way back up to my base to craft my enchantment table. It is nice, but I don't want to use it yet because I don't have any bookshelves. You know, for a day that doesn't even have its own number, a lot got done. Day 10, I began work expanding my wall so I could make a sugarcane farm. I needed sugarcane for bookshelves, and the easiest way to get enough is to start your own farm. By the evening of day 10, I finished making the farm. I just need to find sugarcane to go in it. First, I would need to sleep, though. I still don't have good enough stuff to be traveling at night. On the morning of day 11, I decided it was a good time to go sugarcane hunting. I wanted to do this right away because not only do I need sugarcane to fill up my farm, but I also want to explore the area around my compound to see if I could find a village. 10 minutes of exploration later, I found 37 sugarcane, but no village. I rushed back home and planted the sugarcane, and then went to the nether to fill up a ton of buckets with lava. I needed this lava to power my furnaces because coal is too inefficient. One piece of coal can only smelt about 6 items, but one lava bucket smelts a full 2 stacks, so lava's definitely worth it. I didn't get back from the nether until day 12, and once I did, I threw all of the lava into my basement furnaces and began smelting cobblestone so I could make stone bricks. You see, my basement is really ugly at the moment, and since I don't really want to expand my house above ground, that's a problem. I spent the rest of day 12 remodeling the basement, and I really do think the result looks really, really cool. There's a lot more work to be done down here, but I'll just put that off until another day. Day 13, I decided it was a good day to start abducting cows. I had found cows on day 11 when I was sugarcane hunting, and I ignored them in pursuit of sugarcane. Today, I decided I would sail back to that area, but instead of murdering the cows, I would capture them in my boat and use them to start a cow farm back at my base. This transport process took the entire day 13, and I had to put off setting up a cow pen until the next day. Oh, would you look at that? It's the next day. Day 14, I built a little cow pen into my wall and put the cows in that pen. I always forget that there's an achievement for breeding animals in this game. Ew. Day 15 started with me leading chickens into a pen. That went fairly smoothly, and I didn't have a plan for the rest of the day, so I just went strip mining. I found a giant dangerous ravine, and after fighting off a bunch of monsters, I even found some more diamonds. Also, I almost died today, so that was pretty terrifying. Day 16, I mine all day. I don't really get anything interesting though, so it's not even really worth showing. Day 17, I decided it was a good day to start looking for a village. Anyone who has seriously played Minecraft knows how important villagers are in the mid to late stages of the game. I knew if I could find a village near my base, that would make my life a whole lot easier. Unfortunately, I didn't find one. I did find a cool desert temple though, so I was fairly pleased with that find. Day 18, I continued my quest for a village. I spent the entire day riding through the desert, so I was extremely happy when I found a little savanna village towards the edge of the desert. I walked around and raided the villagers' homes, and then slept under the stars that night. So yes, it was a good day. Day 19, I rode my horse back to the compound and bred the cows! I also did some other housekeeping tasks too, and while I was doing them, I realized that all of my chests were overflowing with items, as well as being super unorganized. I decided to halt all other projects and begin work on a storage room as soon as possible. At the end of the day, I really think I have a good start on it, but it really needs some finishing touches too. Day 20, I went to the nether. Was it to do something productive like finding a nether fortress, you might ask? No, not at all. I risked my life in one of the most dangerous places in Minecraft for some fancy lights for my storage room. Was it smart? No. Does it look amazing? Yes. The rest of the day I spent chopping trees so I could have enough chests to fill the room entirely. By nighttime, all of the chests were full. I just needed to move all of my items into them. Day 21, I spent the whole day moving and organizing all of my items into my new storage room. It's about as interesting as it sounds. Day 22, I began by making a little horse pen for my horse so he stops trampling all of my crops. After that, I made a fishing pole and a little fishing spot by the ocean. I fished there for the rest of the day. Day 23, I harvested the crops, bred the cows, and then left to search for more cows to murder. I need these cows because leather is one of the main ingredients in bookshelves, which I need to make an enchanting room that is capable of giving me a max level enchant. By the end of the day, I had enough leather to make 15 bookshelves, which is just enough to make a max level enchantment room. Yay me! Day 24, I built the enchantment room and attempted to make it look halfway decent. I think it turned out pretty good. Also, I made some diamond armor, but I don't want to wear it until I can enchant it all with mending. Day 25, I smelted all of the beef I got from the previously mentioned cow genocide. I also began work on a mob farm. Now that I have a big fancy enchanting room, a mob farm is basically a must-have because I need a quick and easy way to boost up my levels. The only real downside to a mob farm is it looks ugly. Oh well, I'm sure I'll get used to it. Day 26, I continued work on the mob farm and even built a wall around it protecting it. I ran out of cobblestone midway through, however, so I decided to go on a quick mining trip to end out the day. Day 27, I went back to the good old mob farm grind, and I even got the water in place before nightfall. I spent day 28 putting the roof on the mob farm. It was very fun. With the mob farm now completed, I went down to the bottom to see if it worked. It didn't. Maybe Google will give me some answers tomorrow. Overnight, I read that trapdoors really help the mob farm, so I spent the whole day 29 chopping trees and installing trapdoors. It made literally no difference. Day 30, I went around lighting up caves because I read that caves could take mobs out of the spawner and into the caves. It took forever to find caves underground to light up, and what's worse is that after spending all day underground, I tested out the spawner and it made literally no difference again. Day 31, I finally figured out what the problem with my mob farm was. I decided to build a giant glass tower with a water elevator leading up to the top so I could go up there, wait a minute for mobs to spawn, and then jump back down to kill the mobs. The only problem was I had no glass, so I spent the whole day shoveling. Day 32, I began construction of the giant glass tower. It was a terrifying process, but I always had my water bucket in hand just in case. Construction continued all the way until day 35, when I finally got to test the tower in all of its glory. I genuinely can't believe that worked. Yes! Day 36, I spent the entire day using my new farm to get tons of XP. Even though I don't have any mending books yet, I still want to begin enchanting my armor as soon as possible, so I might as well get started on that today. Honestly, I'm still just pretty mind-blown that the farm actually works, so I'm happy about that anyway. Day 37 began with me killing a creeper that was attempting to assault my cows. Unfortunately, a fellow creeper took revenge on me and blew up all of my mob farm chests. Dude. Uncool. Anyway, farm repairs took up the rest of the day. Day 38, I used the mob farm. Day 39, I bred cows. Just kidding, I used the mob farm. And just when you thought something was gonna change on day 40, I continued using the mob farm. Day 41, I rode to the village to try and figure out what the best way to abduct 2 villagers would be. It's not as weird as it sounds, I promise. Anyway, I think the way to go is to get a villager in a boat, take the boat out to the ocean, and then take the ocean route home to my base. Unfortunately, at the moment, I was very unprepared for such a task, so I just went home. By day 42, however, I was ready to start capturing villagers. This fine gentleman looks like a perfect volunteer. As you can see, this piston pushes the boat with the villager in it up the hill. It's a tedious process, but my only other option would be to build a railway system from the village all the way to my base, which would cost a lot of iron. By sunset, I managed to drag that villager all the way to my base. 1 down, 1 to go. Day 43, I did the exact same thing with a different volunteer. Everything went significantly slower this time, however, so it took an extra day of travel. Regardless, by day 45, I had 2 villagers inside of my compound. Day 45, I started work on the villagers' breeding center. No, of course they don't have rights. I spent most of the day just putting up a wall, though, so no housing really went into place except for these chiseled stone pillars. Day 46 is when the real house building began. I decided to build most of the house out of stone components, and I'm not really sure how I feel about that decision looking back on it. Well, this is the result. I really don't love it, to be honest, so it's a good thing I'm not living here. Day 47, I moved the villagers into their new home and then rode my horse around my land to try and find sheep. Sometime I need to get around to making a sheep farm, but right now isn't that time. I need the sheep to make a ton of beds for the villagers. Without beds, the villagers won't breed, so beds are a very essential part of a villager breeder. Once I got back to the compound, I noticed one of my villagers was even selling me a Fortune 3 book, so I bought that and then went to bed with the villagers. It's not as weird as it sounds, I promise. Day 49 would finally be the day I get that mending book. After harassing this villager for about 5 minutes, he finally decided to offer me a mending book for a decent price. I bought the book and then began repairing my god pickaxe with my mob farm. The best pickaxe in the game is now mine. Day 50, I spent all day repairing my pickaxe. It'll be good to go soon. So that's the end of part 1 of my series, and let me know what you think down in the comments below. I didn't completely finish this project because it takes forever, and I honestly want to move on to other things, but the first 50 days did really come out really well. So if this video gets 50 likes, I will continue with this video. I will show you the other 50 days. I already have them recorded. I just need to edit them, which is really the time-consuming process. But otherwise, I will move on to other types of content, like what you see like in the Mario video. I really enjoyed making that and stuff like that. I have a serious amount of respect for what LukeTheNotable does now. It's very impressive. That was crazy. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of recording, a lot of editing, a lot of all of that stuff. If you like the video, please then consider checking out some other stuff I uploaded on my channel, and also consider subscribing. So yeah, like and subscribe to NinjaDog, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!